Hi everyone, my name is Trey Smith and I am a science teacher at Boys Latin of Philadelphia Charter School in West Philadelphia, and I'm joined here tonight with two team members. Suzanne Alejandre and Max Ray are both from the Math Forum at Drexel. Wow, you get a special, everyone has to turn around. So I'm so glad to have them as my intellectual heavyweights here tonight. And we're also working with Don McKinney at the Math Science Coalition at the Philadelphia Education Fund. He's so connected that he already had something else to do tonight. So I'm here to talk to you about these students. And you probably hear a lot about Philadelphia students in the news. And the story I'm going to tell you tonight is probably a little different than the story you sometimes hear. These guys are future engineers. They love math, and they're part of a group of 25 young men from my school who one Saturday showed up to try out for a math team. And if you can believe it, at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, you might not think that there would be a lot of young men who were showing up in West Philadelphia to try out for a math team, but this is certainly the case. And this is the case at a lot of schools. We just don't hear those stories. There are other stories in the news, I think, about and public discourse in general about STEM education. And when I say STEM, I'm talking about science, technology, engineering, and math. And I think that story sometimes can get pretty negative. But I think what we have to talk about today is something that's really positive, and I think can go a long way to providing the opportunities that the gentleman you saw there really deserve and yearn for, and also to address some of the larger problems that we're seeing in our society. So I'm here to talk to you about the Philadelphia Engineering and Math Challenge. I'm a teacher, and I'm just asking for a little bit of money, $35,000 to fund a second year of our program so that we can start to measure the impact that we're having. So our goal really with the Engineering and Math Challenge is to offer a high interest but low cost, and I'm going to emphasize that a lot, STEM initiative to get students really engaged in math and engineering. And a lot of times in STEM programs, the M gets left out, and we see a lot of innovations in science and technology and engineering. Our competition has 4 different components, and we're still, toying with some of these components and improving them, but you can see that we're focused on technology, we're focused on students putting math into real world context, and we're focused on students not just trying to arrive at a quick 30-second solution, but also to maybe derive a solution over a long period of time and to present that in a more formal way than just A, B, or C, or D. We have done challenges with students where we've asked them to build a hotel, and students have had to maximize profit while also considering the cost of building a hotel. And so students were literally modeling with blocks and doing calculations, and judges from the Drexel School of Engineering were walking around to talk to students about their choices and about their solutions. And we actually had a middle school team from Philadelphia who performed just as well as one of our magnet schools. One of the problems with STEM initiatives, especially if you study a program, let's say like Gear Up, which a lot of money went into, one of the things that Research for Action found about Gear Up was that there just was a lack of capacity in schools to continue a lot of the work that was being funded. And there was also just a lack of consistency. And so what we've tried to do with our competition is ameliorate some of those concerns that cause some of the other STEM initiatives not to work. For instance, if you have a robotics team, that's going to cost a lot of money, and you've seen in the news, right? One teacher had to raise thousands of dollars just to run a team. What's happening to other schools and other students when Central gets all of that money? And we also notice with a traditional quiz bowl, which there are a couple in the city, those might be just one-time events. And so our students showed up on a Saturday in the fall because they expected to be part of an ongoing competition series, and that's what we offer with the Engineering and Math Challenge. We offer 4 different events throughout the year, starting in November, and we have one in June that you're welcome to attend, so that students can consistently improve their efforts. We also are trying to disrupt what is a traditional model of teaching and learning in schools. Teaching and learning in schools is not all about one teacher and one school building affecting students within the context of a district. We work outside the district. We're working with Drexel. We're working with the Math Science Coalition. And we're also working with, next year, our plan is to work with pre-service teachers as well as some professional engineers to bring those resources, those ideas, those experiences into the classrooms and have these experiences experiences really inform how math is taught in some of our classrooms. You can see from the images here that our student body reflects the diversity of the city, and we think that's really important, and that's something that we're intentionally going to measure in the coming years. You can see also, if you look at some of the school descriptions, that we have a pretty nice mix of the different types of schools that you'd find here in Philadelphia. And the schools, all volunteers, they don't have to pay any money. They have come from different regions of the city. We've struggled a little bit with the Northeast, but that's a SEPTA issue. So what we'd like to do in the coming year, and we're ambitious, we think, is we'd like to double our numbers, and we'd like to expand to include more schools across the city. We think that our impact is not just on the high-achieving students who come to our competitions, but our impact is also on the teachers, because the teachers see us using innovative connections between engineering and math, and they can take those connections back to their classrooms. So it's not something that just affects the students who come and visit us, although that's important, but it also affects the students that those teachers see day to day. The math is simple here. The numbers are really low, but we think the impact is really high. And our true goal in this coming year is to start a second round of this competition, but also to truly measure some of the impact we're having, because we think that districts can and should support this work. We just need a little bit of evidence to help them support us. So again, my name is Trey Smith. I'm here with the Engineering Math Challenge, and our website is mathforum.org/EMC. And if you'd like to talk to me or Max and Susan, we'd love to talk to you this evening. Thank you.